if it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kind of patient, cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on, I have to send a quick text to my friend. Hold on just a second, because I'm about to show some crazy shit tonight. So I am going to show you guys something tonight that you're probably still not going to believe, and I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. I don't know where to begin. I wasn't planning on doing this video tonight, but it's like, it's 11 o'clock, and I'm like, you know what? Those of you guys who like pop in to watch me and go live, pretty much anytime I go live, I kind of wanted to treat you with something that nobody else is going to see until maybe tomorrow, if I leave the video up. You ever go super? Oh, you're a funny guy. You're funny, Rusty. So first, I'm going to explain something. Number one, I'm not going to tell you what I'm about to show you is called. I will tell you this. It is not Crow's Nest. It is not Crow's Nest X. It is something entirely different. And I will say this. No, I'm not going to say anything else because I don't know yet what is going to happen with this. And when I show you what I'm going to show you, you'll probably understand. What I am going to show you is potentially the most disruptive trading platform that will ever exist, ever. And I'm telling you guys this in such sincerity, so wholeheartedly, that although I could do something with it, I am almost afraid to do so. I am afraid to do so. There's no almost. I'm afraid. But I'm going to show you this stuff, and I'm going to tell you that I know that at least one aspect of this works right now 100%. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you this. So if you know any, I don't even think this would be a securities thing, because the way this operates, I mean, it could, I don't know. This is the deepest, most insane platform I've ever seen, ever, on so many levels. And it's like, suspense is intensified. I'm not even trying to like create suspense. I'm really not. I need some crazy commodities, securities attorneys to look at this and tell me that nobody will ever go to jail for I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm not going to go super deep into every detail. I'm just not. I have one of my lawyers who's going to be going through something I've already put together. And then I'm going to go from there. Okay. Now, what you're seeing here is one of three elements to this platform. And I'm going to, you can't see behind my head, and I don't want to move anything around because I don't want you to see where this is hosted or anything. But what you're seeing here is a price ticker for Bitcoin. This is demo mode. I could show you, I could turn this into real mode. And I could turn this into real mode right now using a wallet. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you in demo mode what's going on. Now, behind my head, you can't see it, but you can see this. I'm going to show you guys these three things. There's three elements in here. There's advanced, basic, and then this pretty little button here. This pretty little button here leads to something that I saw work in real time last night all the way through to withdrawal. And when I show you this, all of you are going to shit a brick. Now, behind me, you're going to see buy and sell buttons. You can't see them, but this is a buy button with a field and a slider and an input field. So I can click that. And then to the right of that, you can't see is the sell. Now, what you're going to see up here, you're going to see some panels. This is for coins. This is for Forex. This is stocks. This is bonds. These are quick buttons to some of the most popular of each thing, but this search channel here will allow me to search for any currency, bond, any financial instrument on the fucking planet. Once I've searched for them, let's say I want to buy the euro. I click on this little euro tab, and then this little box up here changes to the euro. I have one Bitcoin right now in my portfolio. If I want to buy euro, all I have to do is slide the slider and tell it what percentage of my portfolio I want to own. I want to own 4.5% of my portfolio. Boom. I just bought 424.82 euro with Bitcoin. Guys, I'm not even going to explain to you how this is going to work, how this works. I will explain it all to a lawyer. My lawyers are already so busy, and I'm not going to lie, I can't even afford to add another lawyer to my team right now. So basically, this is going to enable people anywhere in the world who has a Bitcoin wallet to buy any financial instrument on the planet. Okay? I can buy Apple stock. I want a little bit of Apple stock. I'll just make that little part of my portfolio as well. Boom, I just bought some Apple stock. You can see this little chart over here that's changing based off of what I own. And you can see the sums here. I can go back in here if I want. If I want to sell some of it back, I simply lower my position. Now, some of you guys are thinking, well, how is that happening? You can see the trades actually updating on the left in a little panel there. Oh yeah, the default is to USD. This simply can't be compliant with a slew of regulation, no? Well, here's the thing. And this is just one aspect of it. I'm going to show you the rest of it in a minute. You're never touching anything but Bitcoin. Ever. When you're trading I don't even know how deep I can go into explaining how this works, but let's just say that I had a 2.5 hour schooling of this, and every detail on exactly how this works. And this is real, and it's so real that it's scary. I'm going to show you the other thing. But this is just one aspect of it, and I'm not trying to sell this. I am showing you what I believe is going to hit the market one way or another. There are going to be millions and millions of people all over. If they have a cell phone, they are going to be able to use this whole platform in its entirety. And they are not going to they're not going to need any more than one Bitcoin. And they are going to be able to trade against the values of everything on the market. And it's all going to come in and out of Bitcoin. You're like, nobody that uses this is ever actually going to hold Apple stock. They're not going to hold euros. Somebody will, but it won't be the user, and it won't be through the platform. Okay. So, but this is all stuff that legally I don't understand, and it scares me. It scares me because I'd love to launch this sucker tomorrow. I'm not going to. I'm not until I've had a team of lawyers go through it, hand, whatever the damn term is. I'm like flustered. Now, I will show you the one aspect of this that I am not intimidated by, that I absolutely love. We're going to go into the advanced trader. You're going to see it and you're going to think, that looks familiar. This is the advanced trading platform. All of these are all the different exchanges that are piped into this at the moment. These are all the different exchanges that you will be able to trade on through this platform with a global order book piped into this at the same time. Behind me, of course, you have the same buy and sell boxes that you're going to find on Binance. Okay, you have the same trading functionalities. Now, what's going to happen here is, let's say I've got 10 of these exchange accounts. Well, I'll be able to add in all 10 of those exchange accounts with a simple key. So if I want to add, I don't know, any one of these, I'm going to click, this is a Bitstamp, okay? If I click Bitstamp and then I click here, boom, I plug in my my key, I hit next, and then I enter my private key, and I hit next. Boom, I've added Bitstamp to my platform, and I can do that for all of the exchanges that I hold an account on. Then what's going to happen is, if I click buy Bitcoin, okay, or buy whatever I'm charting, whatever I'm wanting, it will go out across all of the exchanges that I have an API loaded into, and it will put in little mini micro orders across all of them to buy Bitcoin across all of these exchanges simultaneously to get me the lowest price I can. Okay? Now, the only drawback to that is you're going to have little bits of Bitcoin all over all of your exchange accounts. Well, there are some things you can do about that as well. Using, I will show you, the Arbitrage platform. I want you to pay attention to this number down here at the bottom. 1.000200188. You're going to see some activity back here. Now, this is demo mode. But what you're going to see is about every minute, this is going to change, okay? I'm pretty positive it's capped at 1% per trade. And what you're going to see is approximately every minute, you're going to see buy and sell activity. And that number is going to continue changing. And it's going to continue going up. These here there's so much to this thing, man. These here are, you can withdraw. So every one of these numbers is represented by a ticket. So this 1.00, so 0.000201, this is represented by a ticket. Okay, if I wanted to, I could withdraw this right now with this QR code, or either one of these QR codes, Albert Einstein. Or I can continue to let this ride. If I want, at any point, once I've ran my arbitrage for a while, I can withdraw this anytime I want. I watched this in real time for 45 minutes using a real wallet, doing real arbitrage, and then I watched a withdrawal to an actual wallet, and I watched the confirmations go through. There are a lot of people. This is using a global order book, using so much complicated shit that I really don't even understand all of it. But I saw this work. There are a couple bugs in this, and but they were very minor at this point. Now, I'm showing you all of this because this is the future. I absolutely, truly believe that this is the future of trading. The very idea that you are going to be able to go through and come to this kind of platform and trade your Bitcoin for everything and anything, any financial instrument out there, but never actually touch any of it. Although these transactions are happening, but I don't know what I can and can't say, and I don't know, I don't know everything that I can go into. All I will say is that it was all explained to me in detail. A lot of things were shown to me that make this all make sense. Okay? So, but when I'm like looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, the arbitrage, cool, I get it, and I understand how that works. The platform, it's basically like Coinigy kind of on steroids. Okay, you can buy and sell on any one of your exchange accounts or across all of your exchange accounts. Cool, I get that. This screen that I'm looking at right here, this could become such a global phenomenon that you could very easily see billions of dollars in Bitcoin trading against everything else on the global market. This kind of platform, provided it is legal, compliant, or does it even need to be compliant? Is there even a regulatory body that regulates a platform such as this the way it works? And I can't explain how it all works other than it's complicated. And it's really difficult to I can explain it, and I understand how it works, but I don't want to. Honestly, I don't want to until I've had lawyers look at this and some other things that I can show them, and they can explain how this could. My fear is this is such a disruptive piece of trading technology that once this comes out, and let me explain this as well. When this comes out, because I know this is going to launch in some countries, I think sooner than later, it's going to be free for everyone. Free. It's not going to charge you fees. It's not going to charge you membership fees. It's going to generate revenue, but it's going to do it in an inadvertent way that doesn't necessarily affect people that are using it. So that's all I'm going to say about this right now, because I don't know if, like I said, until, like, for me, I would seriously just So I just saw a trade happen, but I don't remember what these were. I think they were at 0180, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. And this is demo mode. I watched the real I watched this work last night in real time, and it absolutely blew my mind. So look, I don't know what to tell everybody, but this absolutely has been blowing my mind. Like, if I want right now, I could probably use the arbitrage tool on this. I mean, I can turn that over into live mode or real mode, throw a wallet in there, throw a little bit of a Bitcoin in there, and then let it do its thing. But I'm not doing that. I'm not touching it. All I'm doing is I'm sharing with you the power. Like, I'm trying to show this to you guys because I want you guys to understand that when we ask ourselves, how could Bitcoin ever reach $1 million a coin? It is platforms like this. It is bots. It is trading platforms that are going to utilize Bitcoin in such a way that every trade on the planet is going in and out of Bitcoin every second. There could be thousands or millions of trades going in and out of Bitcoin every second across the globe with a platform like this. And when that happens, Bitcoin will very easily continue to slowly rise and continue to rise. And I'm telling you, this is the future. I don't even know if some of you guys get what I'm explaining to you. I don't even know if you guys fully understand what I just showed you. I'm going to look at chat real quick and see what you guys are saying here. Satoshi's next project brought to light? No. Guy, can someone fill me in? I'm late. You shouldn't be late to a Crow stream, man. This looks interesting. Electronic derivatives marketplace, a multi-share exchange platform. If it's on the web, you can share it with us. It is privately. It is private. This is not public. Is it decentralized? At this moment, it is not. It may very well be in the future. That is what I will say. Can you at least say if it's decentralized or not? Yes. No, it's not decentralized yet. But the way this is all being structured, it very well could be. This could very well end up becoming some sort of a peer-to-peer platform because it is going to be free. It's going to be free to everybody. I will tell you this. I believe wholeheartedly that the development of this platform is one giant middle finger to a lot of people. And it has figured out a way to skirt just about everything, as far as I understand it. This probably will never be legal in the US due to taxes. That's not true, because the back end of this keeps track of every trade. When you log in, to this account, so like me right now, I use apps. Like I don't even use my phone numbers for anything anymore. I got a couple different phones. I don't even use like my original phone. My old phone number was all over the internet. Guarantee you will never find my current phone number on the internet ever again. And on top of that, I use apps so that I can do stuff. Like if I want to hand out my number to somebody or I want to write it down for somebody, I'm still not giving them my real phone number. I'm giving them an app that is taking place of that phone number. And in doing that, but anyway, when you log in, your account is attributed to your phone number initially. And everything you do on this platform is, and I have not seen this, but I am told is tracked and will be easily reported for governmental whatever. Okay, so this isn't a kind of that aspect of it. I have not seen. I can't verify. I don't know, but apparently this is supposed to be compliant where needed for those that want reports on the trade activity and so forth. Sounds too good to be true. What are the cons? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the cons are of this. This is the work of somebody, in my opinion. This is the work of somebody who has been slighted and I don't know, man. It's like revenge on the industry, revenge on, it's like it's like a way of saying, you know what? I tried to play by your rules and you screwed me. So here you go. Deal with this. I don't know, man. I mean, it's such the work of Satan. That's funny. No, that's not my number, but whatever number you're putting out there. So there's always cons. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the cons are. I mean, I really don't, because I don't understand. Look, I'm never going to mislead you guys intentionally, and I am definitely not going to. I mean, I don't know all of the regulatory compliant. I don't know. I don't know how this will play into what. This is what I know. This is what scares me about this platform. People could start using this all over the place, and if it does in fact remain, which it currently is because it's all in test. If it were to remain a centralized platform, I do believe that it will be just a matter of time until governments all over try to create so many problems for the people that are launching these that there's the only way I think something this powerful could truly take hold and like maintain and stick around is if it were peer-to-peer decentralized completely. That's the con. I feel that this is potentially far, far too powerful. Not only is it far too powerful, but when you talk about putting something like this in the hands of anyone, anywhere, I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm just... Look, guys, I'm very intelligent in some ways, but when it comes to regulation, SEC, securities this, commodities that, all of that stuff, man, I shit, even taxes. I've been schooled. I've been learning so much about taxes that I didn't have any idea about before. It's like I'm always learning, but this is one of those things where I would never just grab this and run with it and hope for the best, even if it was like, this thing could make millions and millions of dollars. It's not worth it in jail. Like, if you're in jail, you can't spend your money. Well, I guess you can, but it's on protection, right? And that's not going to cut anybody. That's not going to help anybody. So, con, if hacked, all your private key in one place. No, that's the thing. The way this is set up is you're using APIs. And there are wallets that allow you to utilize APIs. And the way this is set up is with your when you deposit Bitcoin, you can only withdraw it to the wallet that sent it. And this was demonstrated to me as well. So even if somebody were to hack something, it won't allow them to send anything anywhere other than the whitelisted address that you've provided. But I mean, at the same time, APIs are easy to hack. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a con. Will never put my money into something that doesn't have a face, location, communication. Absolutely. And again, I'm not what with whatever happens with this in the future, I'm sure it will have a face. And it will have companies behind it. It will have a lot going on. I'm only showing you guys this stuff. I'm showing you guys this to let you know the kind of technology that's coming. That's all I'm showing you. And I believe that it's going to have an insane impact on Bitcoin in the future. That's it. So yeah. But you put your money in Bitcoin? I'm not sure what you're saying there. But I will say, man, it's a beautiful thing. As scary as it is, it's still a beautiful thing. And that number hasn't changed, so I don't know if this has been shut off since last night because for whatever reason, I'm not sure. I can see the numbers behind me. You can't really see them. I can see these numbers changing, but there's not a lot of activity. And it doesn't look like there's been any completed arbitrage trade. So this may be, I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening. Again, this isn't live like out in public somewhere. I'm not just telling you. This is like a privately hosted, privately set up. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I'm gonna shut it down and kind of shoot the crap a little bit. It's really late. It's 11:30. A lot of you guys watching, I appreciate you joining me. If you don't know what I'm talking about because you came in late, you'll probably have to start the video over. But yeah, if for anything, if for any other reason, I just wanted to show you the kind of technology that's being developed and it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to set the world on fire. And that's really all it boils down to. It's the whole point of this video. I've seen the future. Now you've seen a little bit of the future. If you understand the kind of disruption that a platform like that is going to establish in the global marketplace, and all pumping all that money, all that trade activity directly into and from Bitcoin, it's going to drive Bitcoin like a freaking freight train. And I mean, so much so that it's scary. So much respect, Crow. Thank you for all you do. Seriously. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it, man. Guys, Chainwise is coming, and Crow Trader, this is going to be popping next week. Just so you guys know, this is going to be popping. Coinbase Pro trading, all that is going to be launching. I think early this coming week. So everybody that already has the bot, you're going to get it. It's going to be a download. Those of you who have Aquatos bot, you want to start using Crow Trader because this is basically what it is now. Your original Aquatos license will work in Crow Trader. Just slap it in there and it'll recognize it. So keep that in mind. Yeah, all that money through Bitcoin would be crazy. It really is going to be insane. And it's coming. Like, I think that platform is going to be launched in several other countries before it's ever going to launch in the US. But I'm telling you guys, there's some brilliant minds out there working on some insane technology, and a lot of things are going to be changing soon. And like this little kind of quip, like this little activity going on in here isn't going to be nothing in comparison to what I truly believe is coming. And and the thing of it is that platforms like that, the people are going to be trading altcoins like mad as well. Something needs to happen to spark that volatility. I do believe it's going to be a $20,000 Bitcoin whenever that happens, and we're going to start seeing the altcoin market take off as well. And, the fact of the matter is, while a lot of people are worried and a lot of people are saying, oh, it doesn't look good for the alts. Oh, it might be a pipe dream that the alt market starts rising again and all that stuff. Look, the fact of the matter is that there's too much profit potential in the altcoin market, especially with some of the top projects. And I was thinking the other day, I was really down. I was down about my taxes, and I have spent so much time going back and forth with my accountant about my taxes, and he has helped me so much. like in understanding how this works and what that means and all of that stuff. And look, he told me, he's like, look, man, I can't make miracles happen. Like, you made what you made, and you know, you got to pay taxes on it. But we're working on it. We're working through it. He did find some losses that I didn't even know I had. So, and he was explaining them, and I'm like, oh, well, that's good. And he's like, he's slowly kind of getting things a little bit more manageable, but it's still going to be a huge kick in the balls. And you know, but I am feeling better about a lot. Like, I had the roughest week I've ever had. I will also tell you, don't ever hire a shady ass fucking lawyer. Don't ever hire a lazy lawyer. Don't ever hire a lawyer that's like, the only time he ever pays attention to you is when he thinks you're about to send him money. I tell you what, man, like I you know, and I'm not going to call anybody out directly, but man, I learned a lot about lawyers too. And I learned that, you know, God, when you pay a lawyer to do something for you, they should do it thoroughly, and not leave you hanging or leave you guessing or leave stuff out, or, you know, you shouldn't like, you know, the whole point of hiring a lawyer is to explain things and guide you in things you do not know. And if you don't know certain aspects of, you know, any particular topic, and you don't know to ask about specific things, what the fuck is the lawyer there for? So, you know, I've learned so much. And, you know, to me, there's like moral and ethical values that lawyers should have when dealing with their clients. And some just don't have that. And so, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, luckily I have more than one lawyer, and you know, my good ones are really helping with you know, clearing up some things. But I was really down, and I started thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? It's like, did you invite Brad Garland House of Chainwise? I have not. Is Charles an actual confirmed speaker yet at Chainwise? Actually, I sent him a message today to reconfirm, and I haven't checked yet to see what he said. So I am working on reconfirming all the guests, and we're going to start really pumping things up to start adding more. So I'm going to be working on that this coming week. Just getting a lot of the people at Chainwise. Do I even have that open up here? I don't think I do. But you know, I'm definitely going to be working a lot. I tried to get this video ad going on YouTube, and they declined it. And I'm like, what the hell? And apparently you can't run an ad for something that charges tickets, that sells tickets or links to a ticket sale type thing, unless it's been pre-approved by Google. So I had to fill out some form, and I'm just waiting on their response to that. Man, I tell you what, just marketing, a few hundred so far. I know there are at least a few hundred people going, which doesn't sound like much, but we're 2 months out, and that's pretty good. I've heard, like, there, you know, I know of big conferences, huge conferences that didn't have that many people. So, you know, I think, and my main marketing hasn't even started. Like, the only marketing I've really done is a couple Instagram posts, some Twitter posts, and talking about it on my channel. So that's pretty much it. My television, radio, all the stuff that I have coming, that hasn't even started yet. Once that starts, man, it's going to get nuts. So yeah. Will Satoshi be at Chainwise? Be honest. Ooh, I don't know. You'll have to go and find out. I mean, you never know. And that's actually as true as it could be. You never know if Satoshi's going to be at Chainwise. It could be. I don't think any of us will ever know if he is. Do we have too many platform coins that are going at each other, or is the I'm assuming you're meaning competition? The space is getting depressing, Jason. Every time I buy something, it goes even lower. Man, I have a lot of respect for those who help during the previous bear market. Yeah, look, I still don't expect miracles. I don't expect things to turn around overnight. I do believe that it's going to take a $20,000 Bitcoin. I need to, like, fix this if I can. I need to adjust there we go. Maybe that'll help a little bit, because I'm like, it's just, I'm losing my chin everywhere. This is kind of green on my arms. I just think that a lot of things are going to start kicking off, and it could happen literally any minute of any day. And I think that once Bitcoin hits its $20,000 mark, I think that's when the altcoins are going to start to start flowing. And I think the altcoins that flow the furthest and the fastest initially are going to be the ones that everybody believes are going to do well longer term. I don't think a lot of the I think a lot of the other blockchains are probably going to do pretty well. And I found some other tools. I'm going to show them in another video in the future, because I'm still kind of working on my own personal metric system for altcoins, and I'm going to start cranking out a lot of like kind of altcoin reviews, not necessarily a where are they now, but like what have they done and where are they at and what do I see happening with them moving forward. But there's still some calculations and some fairly like complicated stuff that I'm trying to sort through in my head. And it's like, I have moments. I know this sounds really odd to some people, but oftentimes when I'm up really late and I'm kind of like, I'm like a zombie, that's when I have my best moments of like, okay, this all makes sense. And it's like, and then I calculate a bunch of stuff and then boom, I have this formula and I'm like, okay, that's it. That makes sense. In my day-to-day thought process, I'm like useless most of the time. It's like it's like I get these moments of clarity where everything is it just flows. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Crow, future billionaire. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt I'll ever be a billionaire, but there's just, honestly, I feel like this cryptocurrency stuff, all of this is just a means for me to hopefully someday do what I really want to do. It's not that I don't love the crypto space and I love the technology and I love everything about it. It has been a very difficult bear market. It's been very difficult to continue putting videos together. And it's like, I don't like just, talking about news. Sometimes I do just because I want to get a video out there and I want to see everybody and I want to say hi, let you guys know I'm still around, I'm still working. But, it's like, I just have other ambitions. Like my wife always tells me that I'm very difficult to impress and I'm very rarely truly happy. And I was sitting there and I was thinking today, like, she's so right, because I'm very rarely am I just genuinely happy. And we used to think, well, it's hormonal, and we used to think, oh, maybe I'm in some sort of depression. I just think that my environment and what I do is just not very impressive, but when I watch like America's Got Talent, or, my wife has me watching So You Think You Could Dance. And it's like, when I see these people and I see greatness and I see true talent, I get fused up and I'm so happy and I'm so overjoyed for these people and what they're accomplishing. And those are my and I feel like so much of that is suppressed in me that it comes out sometimes pretty aggressively during certain situations and watching some of these shows. And I even talked to my endocrinologist about it. I'm like, I think my estrogen's messed up. I think I thought it was because I wasn't on an estrogen blocker. Well, no, my estrogen levels are fine, apparently. It's not that. And, I think that, like when I was a kid and I know that a lot of you old school crows, you guys, you remember the stories of me telling you when I thought I was being called to be a priest when I was really young. And, I'm just not religious. As I grew older and I studied more and I researched more on theology and just all the different religions out there and all of that stuff, I found that the one answer that I can look, I don't want to say I'm an atheist. I'll say that I'm more agnostic than anything else, but I don't think that, like, I don't need to believe that I'm going to burn in the gates of hell to be a good person, right? My motivation for being who I am is because I believe that, what you put out there, you get back, and it's kind of how do I explain this? I feel that because when you have responsibilities of family, wife and kids and so many people that are leaning on you, it's difficult to focus on some of the things that that would really truly make you happy, because you have other people depending on you. And I think I'll get to that point. And I think that, there will be a day where I will be able to, truly focus on, what is going to make me happy. And I know make my wife happy and my kids happy. But it's like, first off, I'm definitely an old school crow. I don't know. I don't even want to get into it because I don't want it to sound, it sounds weird when I talk about it. But, there's going to come a day where I'm going to be able to do things. And then, my channel, if there's a lot of stuff that I want to be able to do in the future. And I'm hoping by the end of 2020, I'll be able to do a complete 180 with my life. And, I think we want to move somewhere. I think we want to, I don't know what we're going to do, but I just know that I want to take a big, I want to stop worrying so much about making money and put more focus on how I'm using it. And that means a lot of different things. So that's kind of my goal. I want to be happy, but it's really difficult to find happiness. I feel like, every time you take a few steps forward, you get a swift kick in the nuts that sends you back. And, it's a real struggle. And it's a really, it's, some of you guys might think, oh, well, Crow, you made so much. You've done so well over the past 2 years. Well, look, I had 1 year where I did really well. This past year hasn't been that great. And that's okay, because I'm building all of this foundation for my future. The same stuff I've been telling all of you guys for a long time now. Look for ways that you can get involved and establish a different foundation for yourself going forward. How can you get involved in crypto projects? What happened to Aquatos, Crow? Winston, you haven't been here in the longest time, brother. Aquatos is now Crow Trader. I took it over. So that's Aquatos now. It's Crow Trader. I took it over and I put a little money into things, and I've, the developer is cranking out some amazing stuff. And so that's what's happening now. But I don't want to even really talk about any of that stuff in detail yet, because I want to wait till it's all launched and people are using it, and I'm going to show people how to use it. But it's going to be good stuff. And when I'm talking about Crow Trader every day and what I'm earning and what I'm doing, you'll know that it's legit, because I haven't really done bot trading videos in so long, because it's impossible almost to make any amount of money with a lot of these algo bots right now. But hopefully Crow Trader is going to be able to answer that. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm just kind of rambling a little bbit tonight. I think the future looks very, very bright, and I'm ready for it. I've learned so much over this past year, and I'm going to continue learning and hopefully sharing what I learn. So Edgar Casey was awesome. Yes, he was. Bro, feel the same way. We all struggle. Yes. The sleeping prophet needs to wake people up. Getting kicked in the nuts is normal life. It is, but I really do try to be as cautious and careful as I can about so many things, because I'm too old to take crazy risks. I'm too old to it's like when you have a family, it does change a lot. You can't be the big rebel. I went through a period in my youth, my late teens, early 20s, where I was a bit of a rebel. But you can't, I don't know, man. I think it'll all work out, and I've got high hopes. I've got high hopes. You should do a top 5 video. I'm going to be doing better than a top 5 video. I'm going to be doing a lot of different cool videos regarding the alt soon. I've quite frankly spent almost every waking minute working on either Crow's Nest, Chainwise, or taxes. And that's pretty much all I've had time for. That's why I'm coming on, and I start at 11 o'clock at night about just showing this cool thing that's coming someday, somewhere. Is my private trailer license still worth anything? I think so. Yeah. And look, guys, those of you guys that bought old, really wait until you meet your followers at Chainwise. That's funny. My wife just dyed my hair tonight, so it looks, sometimes it's white, sometimes it's really, really gray, but yeah, I'm older. I mean, I'm not super old, but and I have met a lot of my followers or my viewers, and man, I mean, it's just people from all walks of life and all age groups, so I love it. I love the diversity of I love the fact that there are so many of you guys out there from so many different cultures, and just I love the fact that I can have an impact on so many people from all over the world through YouTube. I really do love that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool stuff. I am definitely starting to feel better about, I mean, we're getting so much stuff resolved. And that's, you guys have been watching me for a while know I hate having anything hanging over my head, whether it's an unfinished job or it could be anything. I just don't like anything unresolved. And so things are getting worked out, and I'm feeling much better about it. And I just can't wait for 2020. I can't wait for everything to start kicking off and just everything to start coming together for everybody, because so many of us have been waiting for so long. And I am going to be putting a lot more time into altcoin research and altcoin reviews and top videos of different projects. I'm gonna be breaking it down by use case. My plan is to break it down, top 5 altcoins for this kind of use case or that kind of use case. And I'm gonna get really deep into the altcoin market here soon. I promise I'm going to, as soon as some more time frees up, because it's not easy, guys. It really isn't. To go, because I'm not just going into like white papers and all that. I'm going into the metrics. Enough of these projects have had enough time to get their shit together and either shit or get off the pot, and that's what I want to find out. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Man, I am so hungry. It's midnight and I'm starving. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good, safe weekend. If you guys are out there drinking, like tomorrow night, we're going out. We're Ubering. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. I want to make sure I see you guys all back here on Monday. And until then, crow your coins, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good night.